Hi, Al here at Viking Wolf. It's getting along towards Halloween, so I want to whack some pumpkins today. I'm going to use a 357. I said we was going to do a review on a GForce 357 lever action rifle, and we're going to. But we've got quite a variety of rounds to send through some pumpkins today. I'm going to start off with the full metal jacket, Fiocchi. Then we'll go into PMC, which is a soft point, semi-jacketed soft point. A Hornady Critical Duty. Another Hornady Lever Evolution. That's really going to whack them. Then, we have Liberty Overwatch. It's a 70 grain bullet traveling 1,800 feet per second out of a pistol barrel. So this is really going to be zinging and it ought to whack that freaking pumpkin really hard. So I've never shot this or this or this before. So it's going to be an interesting experience. Let's do this. Okay, so we're about to do a gun review. Very first one. Now, there was a comment that said that this was a cheap gun. Absolutely, this is a cheap gun. It's the ugliest gun that I own. But, Sportsman's Guide, just a little bit over 300 bucks, free delivery. It's a 357 that I can touch bullet holes with and functions. You can't beat that for a truck gun and a beater, range plunker. You're rolling the dice when you get a Turkish gun. This one's fairly decent. I can touch bullet holes at 50 feet. Haven't really tried it for any range, but I didn't get it for long range. I got it for a beater, ATV, in the back of the tractor, wherever. It functions nice and smooth. One of the things I like about this type of a rifle versus side load is to get a single shot in there is really fast. I put a cheap red dot on there, got on Amazon, figures cheap gun. Let's get a cheap red dot, try it out. And Fiocchi, I think is how it's pronounced. Probably butchered that, but it's a $40 red dot. I got, around 50 rounds through it. It's still on, not much to complain about. So, today, we got some pumpkins that we're going to blow. They're going to get whacked. They've been filled full of water, drilled a hole in there, wobbled out all the membranes, and then filled them full of water. Normally, you shoot a pumpkin, it doesn't do anything. These, they should take and do something. So let's load up some hollow points and various rounds and whack them. Let's get it done. All right, so John's on the trigger today. We're starting off with the full metal jacket. A little over 1,400 feet per second. Let's check it out.
Whack 'em.
You want to bring the camera around for the back side of it, or?
Sure. We'll do a close-up. Want to do that?
There's some decent devastation. And daylight through there. Now we're going to move on to the soft point. We're all good.
No, so you're in line with the pumpkin.
Okay, so that was Full Metal Jacket. Hit pretty hard. Soft point. Semi-jacketed soft point. Also traveling 1,400 feet per second. Rated from a pistol barrel. Oh, now that's a whack.
Definitely popped her.
We don't need to see the back side because it ain't going to be much different than the front side.
Devastation of the 357 is quite brutal.
All right. What, Critical Duty or Lever Evolution?
Critical Duty.
This should hit hard.
And she did.
There again, no need to look at the backside. Okay, so this is Lever Evolution. It's designed for a rifle with this pointy tip on it so it doesn't set off your primers, but it's going to expand. It's going to whack. Like I said. Next is the Liberty Overwatch. I have never seen these shot. 70 grains, 1,800 feet per second. So we should be pushing close to at least 2,000 coming out of a rifle barrel. Don't load it.
Rules of gun safety. Never point a loaded firearm or unloaded firearm at anything you do not wish to be destroyed or harm. Always keep it cleared when someone's downrange, and keep an eye on the backdrop so nothing else gets injured or hurt. Fire in the hole. Very little kick on that one.
So, the Lever Evolution versus the Liberty Overwatch. That's pretty darn close. I think the Lever Evolution had a bigger hit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. But the Overwatch had zero kick.
It's a pretty light bullet, and they're 70 grains. You pick up a box of them, they are so light. So if you had to carry a lot, it definitely would make a difference.
Yeah.
But if I was going to shoot deer, I'd definitely still stick with the Lever Evolution. That's got more penetrating power. It's a deer round. That's what it was designed for. That Critical Duty, that's pretty bad too.
None of them were good to get.
No. The soft point, that's more of an old school deer round. 357 was designed to shoot whitetail with a pistol. Awesome with a rifle. Full Metal Jacket, what you expect from a Full Metal Jacket. It hit pretty hard and not a lot of hydraulic shot, but it's not designed for that. It's meant to go right straight through, and it is what it is. But Lever Evolution was my favorite.
Yeah, Lever Evolution had the biggest bang and the biggest pop when it hit.
Yeah, that was impressive. Still like that Liberty Overwatch. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Overwatch had like the same kickback as like a 22. Had like zero kickback at all. I was like, huh. Barely even felt it.
Okay, so that would be really nice if he was a young hunter or a smaller framed woman and you was whitetail hunting, fairly close range. 100 feet, 50 feet, I'd feel pretty confident. We haven't tried those for long range. I do want to try them to see if a lightweight bullet will start tumbling after a ways. But I'm pretty impressed, and we'll get back to you about them. All right, this is Viking Wolf. Thanks for watching. Happy Halloween.
Catch you next time.
Hit the subscribe button, please.
Hit the like button too.